Now, the second requirement in line chart says we need to analyze more than one measure based on the date. In the existing line chart, we are like analyzing profit. What if I need to analyze the sales as well? So what I'll do is I'll pick up the sales, drag and drop in the rows, and you'll see two different line charts are created based on the same date selected. You can see the sales, that is 69,390, along with the profit, that is 69,390. So this is a continuous analysis of profit versus sales for the ship date. What if I need to do a discrete kind of analysis? What you can do is just you need to change the type of graph. So click on show me and select this particular graph. This is a graph that displays the discrete lines. For example, let's click on it. Now you'll see for each year, for each quarter, you have two sections, one for profit and one for sales. So this is another view of line chart that can be represented. The third comes, what if we need to show the sales and profit on two different axes? That is, we need a secondary axis. So when we are comparing two measures and we are showing it on two different y-axis, one is the primary axis, the other one is the secondary axis. Let's see how to do it. Now you need to click on this chart. So when you click on this chart, it will give you the two different axes. One is for profit and one is for sales. Also, you will notice there is a legend already generated that says profit is in blue color and sales is in orange color. Now, if I need to change the color of any of the profit or sales or any measure, what I can do is I can right click on any one of them and click on edit colors, and you will see a color bar popping up. So from here you can select any color you want. For example, I need profit to be in yellow. I'll click on this and click on apply and click on OK. So you see it has come in a yellow color, and let's do this. So sales is in orange color. So this is how you change the colors of the lines. Now, if I need to modify this measure's name, how I can do is I can click on this and I can click on profit and I can click on edit title, and you can name it whatever you like. Like I kept it legends and I click on OK, it will rename it to legends. The next feature is highlighting the selected item. Now, if you see, by default, I click on profit and the profit line gets highlighted. If I click on sales, the sales line get highlighted. That is because the settings are such that whenever you click on any of the measure, the selected one would be highlighted. If I need to change it, there are two options. The very first is there's a small pencil here. You can click on it, highlight selected items. Now when I click on profit, nothing will change. Even if I click on sales, nothing will change. The other way is I can right click on any of the measures and click on highlight selected items. So once I do it and sales is selected, so sales is highlighted. If I click on profit, the profit is highlighted, and if I click on none, both of them are highlighted. So this is another feature to highlight the selected measures. The another feature is you have a small arrow at the end of the legends. So if I hover over it, it will give me this pane, and there is hide card. So if I click on this hide card, the legends card gets highlighted. But if I need to bring it back from the top menu bar, there's this icon. Click on this and click on legends, color legends. We'll get it back. If we need to sort the data, what we can do is we can right click, click on sort. So what happens is the sort box will come up. You know how to do the sorting. So you can do it as we wish. How do we want it? And click on. So if you see, if I click on ascending, profit comes up, sales comes down. If I click on descending, it comes like this. So this is how you sort it. Now even you can remove the sort. So right click, clear sort. That's how you do it. Now if I need to see the data on the line chart, every time I have to hover over it. Now, what if I need to see the labels on it? What I can do is, for example, I need to see the profit labels. I'll select the profit and push it in the labels, and you'll notice all the labels for the profit are being shown. Similarly, if I need to do it for sales, I can do it for sales. Thus, the labels are visible. So even we can use these labels while creating the line chart to make it more appealing. Now let's see how to manipulate the axis. So if you notice, the profit axis is starting from 0k and it is ranging to 40k, whereas the sales axis is ranging from 0k to 250k. So if we notice, there is an interval here, it is of 5,000 and here we can see of 50,000. So what if we need to keep the intervals same or make some other changes? How to do it? Select the axis. Let's say I selected sales. Right click on it and click on edit axis. Now you have this box appears. The very first is synchronize dual axis. So if I select it, you'll notice the axis both are on the same interval. Now it is 0 to 50, 50 to 100, 0 to 50, 50 to 100. So this is how we can synchronize both the axes. And if you also, there's an option where we can show or not show the 0. So if by default it is automatically included, you can see the 0. If I exclude it, you will not be able to see the 0. So that's how we manipulate the axis. Let's keep it included. Now again, when we are showing the axis, it's asked us to keep it automatic. We need to keep it uniform across all the columns and measures or the rows, or we keep them independent. Or the fourth option is the fixed one. So when we say fixed, we can specify any value by which it will start and to which it will end. So usually we keep it automatic so that every time the maximum value of the profit or the sales or any other measure that is being used is taken care of. Next comes scale. How do you want it? So it is, for example, it is starting from 0 to 250k and I want it reverse. So I can click on reverse. So if you notice, now it is upwards down. So 0k is here and 250k is here. Even we can keep it logarithmic. So when I do it, it will be in terms of logs. So that is how it is being manipulated. If I don't want it both, I can remove it like this. Now the access titles, by default it takes the sales, the name of the measure. If you need to rename it, let's say total sales, I can write it. And if I want some subtitle, by default it is automatic, but if we need to add on, let's say in thousands, okay, so you'll see it appears here. So what we can do is, once it is done, we can close it. So total sales in 1000. Same goes for your profit. You can click on edit axis, make the changes, and you can click on okay. Total profit, let's say this is also in thousands. Okay, and click on okay. Now total profit in thousands. So this is another way we manipulate the axis, either the primary or the secondary. Next in this you have a tick marks tab. So tick marks refers to the small lines next to 250 or the numbers that are represented. So if they are automatic, the major and the minor ticks. If you need to be fixed, we can click on fixed and you see the range has changed. Or we can even define the tick origin and the tick interval. So for example, it is in lakhs. If I need it in more than lakhs, I can add one more zero and we'll see it is going to 0 million. So if I remove it, it is back to case, and if I remove one more 0, you'll notice there's a change in the tick intervals. Now if I don't want to see any, I can click on none. Let's keep it to automatic. These are the major ticks. If I need to work on the minor ticks, I can click on again fixed, and you'll see some small arrows here. Let me change the interval. You will see the more small arrows here. So even if I increase it, it will again be visible. So this is how you manipulate the minor ticks. If I click on none, it will be not visible. So let's click on automatic and save it. So this is how we manipulate the primary and the secondary axis. Thus, this is all about line charts in Tableau. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.